Where the breakfast at? Where the breakfast? Where the breakfast at?
Breakfast.
Like for real, bro, y'all tripping.
I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
Welcome to Spill Hood, your go-to spot for the latest hip-hop drama and celebrity showdowns. Today, we're diving into moments when rappers straight up checked Charlamagne Tha God for stepping out of line. From the time Birdman stormed into the Breakfast Club just to curse Charlamagne out before storming right back out, to the time NBA YoungBoy threatened to hit Charlamagne with a strap, this man has been in some wild situations.
January 10th goes to the young man known as NBA YoungBoy. Now, NBA YoungBoy recently sat down and had a conversation with the good brother Bootleg Kev. He has 11 kids, but in his words, he's not really big on fatherhood. NBA YoungBoy treating fatherhood the way the NBA's Nikola Jokic treats the NBA. You ever hear Joker talk about basketball the same level of don't give a F that NBA Jokic has about basketball? NBA YoungBoy seems to have about being a father to his 11 kids.
One of the earliest heated moments came with Beanie Sigel, and it went off fast. When Beanie showed up at the Breakfast Club back in 2016, it didn't even take 30 seconds before things got tense.
I'm like a hater lately, man.
A hater?
Yeah.
How you say that? A hater?
Cause I feel like, you know, you put out 2 diss records, but then you was in the studio with me like 8 days prior to the first diss record. And I'm like, if anybody else did that, I think you'd be saying that was a sucker move. That's kind of snakish.
I don't think you qualified to even say I sound like a hater because you don't know all the particulars. So how you qualified to say I'm a hater? Hate on what?
Well,
and why?
Charlamagne kicked things off by calling Beanie a hater for dropping a Meek Mill diss track just a week after the two were spotted together in the studio.
You say I'm not qualified to speak on it.
You're not.
I'm just observing it, but it just seemed like, you know, loyalty with you lies with who's providing you opportunity at the time.
Man, get the out of here, Charlamagne, man. Provide me what loyalty with who? He ain't provide me no opportunity. He ain't called me and asked me to do that. I did that. I walked into Meek wasn't even there. It was just O'Malley in the studio.
Oh, so O'Malley called you to the studio?
No.
Meek called you to the studio?
No.
But Beanie wasn't having it. He fired back saying Charlamagne had no right to talk about the situations without knowing the real story first.
See, like Meek calls you and be like, yo, Mac, what's up? Let's squash this.
Put the phone call on. Let's sit down and talk about it.
In your mind, you still think he's not real. He's a sucker.
Why you keep harping on that? We answered that. We talked about that. So don't talk out your neck because you want what you want. If you saying you want unity, stop keep doing that, man. Don't stop playing with me, man. Stop running your fucking mouth. You shouldn't. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
No doubt.
You talking about somebody who went to war with police. It's dangerous. Attempted murders in the height of my career. It's dangerous. You don't know nothing about that, man.
No.
You sit up here and your job is to play games. But play with something safe, man. Don't play with me.
Things got real quiet for a second as Beanie started breaking down what actually happened between him and Meek. But even then, he made sure not to spill too much. Charlamagne just couldn't let it go. He kept pressing Beanie Sigel, throwing shade by saying, Siegel's only loyal when there's something in it for him. He even hinted that Beanie was only standing by Meek Mill because Meek had recently featured him on a track. That didn't sit right with Beanie at all. He made it clear he wasn't chasing any clout. He said he didn't even plan to hop on the song, claiming he just pulled up to the studio while they were already recording.
Remember, because when I hear you talk about the kids' clothes, you remember you did the State Property clothing line. I remember an interview you did where you said they got the little compartments to hide your guns and hide your dope. Like it could have that looks crazy. And when you think
quiet,
about it,
Charlamagne, shut up.
But Charlamagne kept stirring the pot. Around 25 minutes in, he circled right back, accusing Beanie of pretending to be cool with Meek while secretly not liking him. You could feel the tension rising. Beanie tried to explain things calmly, breaking down the situation between him and Meek so Charlamagne could actually understand it.
I keep going back to this, but it's true. He was in the studio with Meek 8 days prior.
Did we or did not just answer that?
But you knew he wasn't. You said he wasn't. You didn't think he was real when you was in the studio with him.
All right, put it like this: is Kanye a street?
Absolutely not.
Huh?
Absolutely.
But when Kanye put that phone call in, you know the stories. Who was there? He put the call in. I was there, strapped tooth to nail, ready to bust ass about the, cause he a part of our family. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, for people that don't know,
you don't. How you don't understand? Because you know why? Because you not from that cloth.
Well, that's cool. I don't get it.
You not. That's why you don't understand that.
But Charlamagne wasn't listening. He just kept poking at him, saying slick stuff to make Beanie look bad. For the last 10 minutes, the whole vibe shifted. You could tell Charlamagne was trying to push Beanie's buttons, and Beanie wasn't here for it. When Charlamagne brought up the beef with Meek one more time, that was it. Beanie completely snapped, shutting him down fast. He told Charlamagne straight up not to play with him, reminding him he's really about that life. What Beanie Sigel said earlier about Charlamagne picking on female rappers actually turned out to be true, because not long after, Master P ended up checking him too, and it was live on air.
Time with No Limit was dropping every week. It was a No Limit product in stores every week. Except for Mercedes. We never saw that, and I always wanted to see that because she had a fat ass.
Yeah, see that, bro. Hold up, man. Don't talk about Mercedes.
Oh, my bad. I ain't know she
It's so disrespectful.
Nah, she ain't family, but still, though, with all my people, man, you know how I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we good, man. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? You know how we get out.
During a 2015 Breakfast Club interview, things started off smooth between Master P and Charlamagne, until Charlamagne brought up Master P's legendary label, No Limit Records. He asked how they were promoting their projects, but then crossed the line with a wild comment about one of P's signed artists, Mercedes. The room got tense fast. Charlamagne could tell he messed up, so he tried to switch topics real quick to smooth things over. But Master P wasn't letting that slide. He looked Charlamagne gone in the eye and checked him on the spot, telling him not to ever disrespect women like that again. The energy in the studio completely changed after that moment.
How was you setting it up, though, promotion-wise?
What you mean setting?
Because it was dropping. They were dropping every week. So how was people able to know? Okay, unless you was going to the record.
Nah, let's go back to this, dog. Let's respect, because I'm not gonna talk about your sister, your mama.
Got you.
You know, we need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing. Because I know you do your radio thing, and I respect that. But at the same time, Mercedes she a female.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, you're right. But she did look good on that cover, though.
Yeah, she look good. That's your opinion.
And believe it or not, that wasn't even the only time Charlamagne got put in his place. Just a year later, in 2016, Birdman stormed into the Breakfast Club studio with his whole crew. Not for an interview, but just to curse Charlamagne out before walking right back out. It was one of the wildest moments in radio history. Right before that explosive moment, there was already major tension brewing.
Yes, sir. I want to start this shit off straight, telling all three of y'all stop playing with my name.
Let's go on in. Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name.
Let's do it on camera.
Stop playing with my name.
Let's go right on in.
When my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
We got a special guest in the building.
He done cursed us out. Tell him, get it off your chest, Birdman.
I wanted to talk to you on your man in your face.
Absolutely.
You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
You understand me? Straight up like a man.
So what's the issue?
No sugar. Ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me. I just come to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name.
The year before the confrontation, Lil Wayne had a huge fallout with Birdman's Cash Money Records. Wayne claimed the label was basically holding him and his music hostage. But when Charlamagne was asked about the drama during an interview with DJ Vlad, he didn't hold back. He straight up trolled Birdman. He mocked the situation, even bringing up that infamous moment when Birdman kissed Wayne on the mouth and said Cash Money wouldn't even exist without Lil Wayne. That jab definitely hit deep. Later that same year, Rick Ross came on The Breakfast Club and was asked about the Cash Money Lil Wayne situation.
What's your relationship with Birdman?
I don't have one with Birdman. You know what I'm saying? If you read the Source magazine, you will see that, you know, right now, and really me just seeing what Wayne going through as an artist, him being a boss, you know, me idolizing Birdman at the time, me looking up to Lil Wayne, Wayne being the first artist to make so many feats, not just as an artist, but an artist coming from the South. That's something that I took personal. So for me to see the way things are transpiring, I can't respect that, and I don't respect that.
Ross made it clear. He wanted no part of Birdman's world and said he had zero respect for how Birdman was treating Wayne. You could tell the tension in the industry was boiling over. And if that wasn't enough, Charlamagne kept the fire going. He even got Trick Daddy to speak on Birdman, and Trick had some wild things to say.
You don't like Birdman? Y'all got a little issue?
No, I don't. I've done business with Birdman. Some are good and some is bad. I just think when you try to be a CEO and you try to be a rapper and you try to be a ladies' man and you try to be a girlfriend and you try to be
a girlfriend,
a Crip and a Blood.
You trying to be a girlfriend?
Why you call him a girlfriend?
I don't know. That's what they said.
Oh, you mean like
I'm like DJ Khaled. I got it from the streets.
Hinting at rumors about Birdman's personal life that definitely crossed the line. After months of The Breakfast Club constantly bringing Birdman's name up, it was only a matter of time before he showed up. And when he finally did, he didn't come for small talk or interviews. Birdman pulled up to the studio with his crew for one reason only, to check the entire Breakfast Club team face to face. When the cameras started rolling, you could feel the tension. Charlamagne was clearly trying to play it cool, but Birdman wasn't holding back anymore. He came ready to say everything that had been building up. He went straight at Charlamagne, making it clear that he was the main one he had a problem with. Charlamagne clapped back, trying to reason with him, saying that Birdman should really be checking Rick Ross and Trick Daddy, since they were the ones calling him out, not a radio host. But Birdman wasn't trying to hear any of that. He cut him off mid-sentence, dropped his now famous line, and walked right out of the studio without even doing the interview. The whole thing barely lasted a couple of minutes, but it became one of the most iconic Breakfast Club moments ever. Years later, though, reports say Charlamagne and Birdman actually jumped on a phone call and finally squashed their issues. But the wild moments didn't stop there. Another chaotic scene went down when Fatboy SSE, the New Jersey rapper, showed up to the Breakfast Club in August 2020. After his interview, he came back and started wrecking the place, yelling and going off on Charlamagne.
What up, y'all? It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne Tha God.
Hey, watch out, bro. What's up?
What's up with you, bro?
Yo, what you doing, man? Yo, what you doing?
Where the breakfast at? Like, y'all trying to play me. Y'all ain't let my people up neither, bro. Where the breakfast at? Where the breakfast? Where the breakfast at?
Breakfast? You don't need a diet. You don't need no breakfast.
Where the breakfast at?
You don't need breakfast.
Hey, you gonna blow my can?
I bet you if it was a birthday cake, you'd have blew it out faster.
His reason? He was mad the show was called The Breakfast Club, but there was no actual breakfast being served, and for some reason, all that anger was aimed right at Charlamagne. It might have looked like a comedy skit, but insiders said the Breakfast Club crew had no idea that Fatboy SSE was about to crash their show like that. It was pure chaos. But speaking of viral moments, we have to talk about Soulja Boy, because his run-ins with Charlamagne Tha God were nothing short of legendary. Not only did their tension get real during the interview, but Soulja Boy's Breakfast Club appearance became one of the most viewed episodes ever. Their beef didn't start there, though. It actually kicked off after an interview with Migos back in 2021. During that chat, they were listing the greatest rappers from Atlanta. When DJ Envy mentioned Soulja, Charlamagne immediately jumped in, saying Soulja Boy isn't even from Atlanta. That one comment flipped everything. At first, it seemed harmless, but when Soulja saw the clip later, he went off on Instagram Live. He called Charlamagne out, saying that even if he was born in Chicago, he grew up in Atlanta and always represented the city hard.
Let's talk about this Mount Rushmore of Atlanta, because I saw y'all talking about that. Is that an all-time list y'all feel like y'all should be on, or just
all
the past
time,
decade?
Not shout out to the city, but all time though.
So you ain't gonna put Soulja Boy on there then?
No, man, Soulja not even from Atlanta.
Don't start that shit.
Soulja Boy started it all. Don't mess with Soulja Boy.
Fans flooded the comments, taking sides, and the situation went viral overnight. But that wasn't even the first time Big Draco and Charlamagne clashed. They'd already gone head-to-head a few years earlier when Soulja came to the Breakfast Club in 2018. Back then, everyone was saying Tyga had the biggest comeback of the year, but Soulja wasn't having it. He argued right there on air that he had the real comeback, since he'd just signed a record deal and landed 4 new TV shows at once. It was pure entertainment chaos, and Charlamagne was right in the middle of it. During the interview, Charlamagne didn't hold back. He told Soulja Boy straight up that if he was really talking about a comeback, it needed to include an actual hit record. He said just signing deals and going viral online wasn't enough to count as a real return to music. And honestly, Charlamagne kinda had a point. But then he took things too far. He started calling out what he described as Soulja's famous lies, bringing up that wild claim Soulja made about signing a $400 million endorsement deal. The studio got tense, but Charlamagne pressed him until Soulja finally admitted that the whole deal thing was capped. Once Charlamagne got that out of him, he circled right back to the comeback argument, saying Meek Mill had a way bigger comeback since he'd gone head-to-head with Drake, who Charlamagne called the biggest artist in the world. That's when Big Draco snapped back hard, saying, I made Drake what he is. And the crazy part, he wasn't lying.
Oh, Meek Mill ain't beef with Chris Brown and was finna box with Floyd Mayweather.
He beef with Drake, the biggest rapper in the world.
These niggas, yeah, Drake? Drake? Y'all niggas better stop playing with me in here. Y'all talking about the light-skinned nigga from DeGeneres?
From Toronto.
Yo, stop playing with me.
From where?
The grassy.
Stop playing with me like I ain't teach Drake everything he know.
Hold on, you taught Drake everything he know.
Y'all ain't hear Drake on with his first song? Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy Drake back in this thing already. That's Soulja.
Shit.
That's my bar.
Shit.
He copied my whole fucking flow.
That's Kiss Me Through the Phone.
He copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word, bar for bar.
Oh,
Don't act like I didn't make Drake. Don't do that.
Fans quickly pointed out that in Drake's 2010 track Miss Me,
Y'all ignored me, bro. Y'all laughed at me, bro, and shitted on me, bro, like I was nothing. And now I'm back with a vengeance, bro.
I agree with that. You just didn't have the biggest comeback of 2018. In order to have the biggest comeback, you got to come back with a massive hit. Because you're a musical artist.
Yo, Charlamagne, Tiger had a record. This nigga right here talk about Tiger. The nigga that lost his bitch to Travis Scott.
Oh, shit.
Oh
Holy shit.
The nigga that Travis Scott nutted in the bitch and got her pregnant.
Damn. Holy shit, Big Draco.
That
he really did borrow the flow from Soulja Boy's 2007 hit What's Happening. Some people said Soulja got that style from another rapper named Shady Low. But still, Draco wasn't totally wrong.
Let's go through some of your most famous lies, right?
Lies or lies?
Lies.
Okay, lies.
Now, you announced you had a $400 million deal with the World Poker
that was
Fund.
facts, nigga. What is what?
You said it was an $80 million a year contract for 5 years for in-flight
Facts,
gaming.
nigga. Google it. I still got the contract right now. What is you talking about?
Well,
A lie.
the company said it turned out that it was just shares that were valued at $2.5 million.
Same thing. Well, millions is millions, baby.
No, Soulja. Millions is not millions. You can't say 400 million and the stock is only 2.5. That's a big difference.
Millions is millions, my baby.
So that was a real deal. It just wasn't.
That was real, Charlotte.
It wasn't the initial number you said.
Yeah, but it was real though.
But as heated as that argument got, it was nothing compared to what came next, when another rapper completely lost his temper and went as far as threatening Charlamagne live during the Breakfast Club show. It all went down in 2014 when Fred Rostar and Sticky Fingers from the legendary rap group Onyx pulled up to the Breakfast Club.
You guys got your acting money and everything up. During that time, that was like the first kind of rapper / actors.
Fredro was getting head from Brandy.
Bro, yeah, getting head from Brandy.
Stop with all that, man. But you need to stop with all that, though. See, this dude right here, man. Like, let that be what it's gonna be, son. Like, you bringing up the past, B. Like, let's move to the future, though. But what did you say? Should I say a lot of shit you said, nigga?
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that, though, B.
It only took about 5 minutes before things went left, because Charlamagne brought up an old rumor that Fredro had allegedly hooked up with Brandy back in the 90s. Charlamagne clearly thought it'd be a funny throwback moment, but Fredro didn't find it funny at all. The look on his face said it all. He was not playing. After that, the conversation cooled down for a minute and it seemed like they were back on track. But Fredro wasn't letting it slide that easy. Just a few minutes later, he fired back, bringing up the time Charlamagne had been jumped and straight up called him a coward for it. You could feel the temperature in the room change instantly.
You Charlamagne, what happened when you got punched in the eye, B?
The guy got killed later on, but it wasn't because of me, though.
I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
that shit was mad funny.
Call was crazy.
Sticky fingers, the devil. Was running like this.
I had to get out of there.
I would have stopped the fight. I would have stopped the fight, especially if I was at my radio station.
You the win
straight up. This your radio station.
Because you know why?
This your block.
You know why? Because I know it was an ambush.
You got ran off your own block.
I don't know what them guys had planned. So I had to get out the way.
You got ran off your own block, man. It's all good, though.
It happens. It happens to the best of them.
Get pussy sometimes.
Things escalated fast. Fredro told Charlamagne directly that he didn't appreciate the Brandy comment one bit and reminded him that he's a real street dude who doesn't play games. He made it clear that Charlamagne should watch what he says before trying to joke around with the wrong people.
What you want me to do?
You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing, nigga. That's what I'm saying, nigga. You can't do nothing, big man.
But it doesn't stop there, because Charlamagne's sharp mouth hasn't just rubbed legendary rappers the wrong way. He's also had serious tension with new school artists trying to make a name for themselves.
Why we got an issue, bro?
Because you brought some shit up that I ain't like, and I don't like that, nigga. I ain't no bitch ass.
I ain't say you was, but you
don't
said
play me like that, nigga. Breakfast Club, nigga. All right, let's get on with the interview.
I don't know what
nigga.
you want me to do.
You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. That's what I'm saying, nigga. You can't do nothing, big man. You can't do nothing, nigga. I know it's so fucking good.
I ain't here for that.
Playing the garbage, nigga. Don't play me, nigga. My name is Fredro Star. Do your Google. What the fuck you gonna do?
And that's where the next situation gets even messier. About a year after Lil Yachty started blowing up, he hit the Breakfast Club to talk about his rise in music and his new success. But things took a turn fast. During the interview, Charlamagne Tha God straight up called him the face of whack rappers. The room went silent for a second, but Yachty kept his composure and laughed it off, even though you could tell he wasn't feeling that comment one bit.
I remember he posted a video on the internet talking about new rappers. I just felt like he was targeted straight at me.
Like I told you earlier, you are the poster child
for
whack rappers. If they want to say somebody's whack, they say you.
You're not the poster child for whack rappers.
It happens. No. It happens every few years. It was Trinidad James at one point.
Whoa, that's what I'm in?
Yes, perception-wise.
A few months later, Charlamagne doubled down on the shade. While hosting a show on Revolt TV with Joe Budden, the two made a list of 2017's top trash rappers. Joe Budden instantly threw Yachty in the #1 spot. Charlamagne at first tried to disagree, but then he backtracked and admitted that musically, Yachty might be trash too. That hit hard, especially coming from someone with such a big platform. To be fair, Charlamagne also added that Yachty wasn't making music for people like him or Joe, basically saying his sound was for a new generation. But even after all that, when Yachty came back to the Breakfast Club months later, Charlamagne tried to act like everything was cool. He even claimed he'd always shown Yachty love, which sounded crazy after dragging his name in public.
Always showed you love here, though.
Not at first.
He said,
Why y'all say that? When did we not show Yachty love?
I'm not.
I never came at Yachty.
At first.
When?
You and Joe Budden, I saw that video. You know,
Told Joe you cannot hate on Lil Yachty.
You said he was the face of something.
No.
Oh, you did last time.
Yachty wasn't having it though. He reminded Charlamagne right there that he once called him a whack rapper. Charlamagne tried to smooth it over, saying his words were taken out of context, but fans weren't buying it. Lil Yachty kept things calm and professional, which fits his chill personality. But not everyone handled Charlamagne that smoothly.
Y'all always take that out of context.
That blew me, bro. You know that blew me? You know people bring that up all the time, bro.
You knew what I was saying, though.
Charlamagne said.
And that was wrong. I was saying that that's how people perceive you. I didn't say I felt like that.
When Dame Dash pulled up to the Breakfast Club in 2015, the energy was tense from the jump. The interview started off rocky when DJ Envy asked Dame how he and Jay-Z first met. Dame instantly shut it down, saying Envy had already asked that question in another interview, and you could feel the vibe shift. About 15 minutes in, things really heated up. While Dame was passionately talking about building his own empire and using his own money, Charlamagne interrupted and reminded him that he once took a payout from Def Jam Records. That comment set Dame off. He snapped back instantly saying, "We got paid," and made it clear that Charlamagne was out of line for trying to question how he handled his business.
How did you meet up with Jay-Z, who was from Brooklyn? Because like you guys, you Harlem guys are tight.
You really still curious about the Jay-Z?
Absolutely.
You don't know the story?
Curious.
Have you never asked this question from me before about Jay-Z?
I have, but I was on a smaller scale.
If somebody asks you the same questions 25 times, maybe 2,500 times, do you still want to talk about the same thing? Yes or no?
No.
So that's just me being human.
No, I understand.
So
that.
I don't care what platform we on.
No,
I'm sick of talking about it. Let's talk about something else.
It's a different platform.
I know, but I want to talk about something else.
From there, the conversation spiraled. Dame started going off on both Charlamagne and Envy, clowning them for what he called selling gossip for a living. He basically accused them of making money by stirring up drama instead of building something real. And he wasn't holding anything back. War gun. But even that heated moment couldn't top what happened later with NBA YoungBoy, because their tension went way beyond words.
I'm not going to build somebody else's company and then pick shares so my son can... All that.
But I'm not.
No, listen. What I'm saying.
But what about taking the money?
You come to work every
took the money
day.
from Def Jam.
I didn't take. Stop. Don't say. You're speaking my business and you don't know what you're talking about. I ain't take no money from Def Jam. What you talking about?
When I mean they cut you a check.
No, they didn't cut me a check. We had a formula based on performance, and they calculated, and we got paid.
Their whole issue started after the Breakfast Club gave YoungBoy the Donkey of the Day title on air. And what came next had everyone talking.
That's your question. How do you feel about the fact that you sell gossip for a living? Like you sell gossip, you're a man. How do men sell gossip? That's for women.
Y'all talk
about what other people say. Every day y'all talking about what you heard. That's gossip.
That's all you listen to.
That's women do that, man. That's what women do. I don't listen to your show. I don't want to hear about gossip. I be asleep. I'm a boss. I can wake up when I want. I don't be up that early.
Donkey of the Day. That's Charlamagne's infamous segment where he calls out people for doing something wild or controversial. And this time, he decided that NBA YoungBoy deserved the title. His reason? YoungBoy had just done an interview with Bootleg Kev where he admitted he wasn't too big on fatherhood, even though he already had 11 kids. That comment went viral, and Charlamagne couldn't resist turning it into a segment. But that move backfired fast. YoungBoy didn't like Charlamagne playing with his name one bit. Just 2 days later, he dropped a whole diss track aimed at Charlamagne called Act a Donkey. In the song, he straight up dared Charlamagne to pull up to Gravedigger Mountain where he lives, and even threatened to confront him if he ever did. Things got tense real quick. YoungBoy also doubled down in a video, flipping the script and calling Charlamagne himself the Donkey of the Day. It was pure chaos online. Fans were picking sides and clips were spreading everywhere. Charlamagne, though, didn't take the bait. He responded publicly, saying he wasn't about to pull up anywhere near Gravedigger Mountain. And honestly, no one expected him to. Still, It was clear that the tension between Charlamagne and the new generation of rappers wasn't going anywhere. And based on his next interview, it looked like King Von was about to get a taste of that same pressure, because many fans believe Charlamagne was trying to get Von to snitch on himself. After getting out of jail in 2017, King Von signed to Lil Durk's OTF label, and by the next year, both of them were sitting down with the Breakfast Club to talk about their music, their friendship, and how they built their bond.
What made you want to sign King Von?
Cause he got a whole story behind him. Know what I'm saying? He from O Block.
Okay.
Know what I'm saying? That should speak for itself. Nah. But know what I'm saying? He just real. Know what I'm saying? His music, just a real, just I fuck with him. Know what I'm saying? It's my brother.
So you was in jail for 2 murders?
Yeah, 1 murder and 2 attempts. I just beat.
How you beat that?
You gonna beat it if you didn't do it, that's all.
But the interview wasn't all laughs. Things got tense fast. Throughout the entire conversation, Lil Durk kept stepping in to protect Von every time Charlamagne asked a question that sounded a little too incriminating. At one point, Von started to open up about his past, and Durk quickly let out a loud, fake cough, clearly signaling Von to stop talking before saying something that could come back to haunt him.
Yeah, that's why we need more black-owned businesses right there.
Why is that?
Because he can hire people like King
yeah,
Von.
absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Von wouldn't be able to get a job nowhere else probably.
Oh, what?
Shit, when you get to that line, have you ever been convicted of...
He could then start making...
Have you ever been
No
arrested
experience is doing nothing. I ain't, you know?
Word.
Fans later caught the moment on replay and realized Durk was trying to keep Von safe, especially considering Von's past legal troubles. While that moment flew under the radar for most viewers, Charlamagne caught serious backlash for another interview not long after. When Post Malone was still new to the scene back in 2015, he stopped by the Breakfast Club, but Charlamagne instantly started pressing him with uncomfortable questions.
Dad, you actually used to work for the organization.
What was he, water boy?
He does. He still works for the
What did he do?
organization. He's like head of concessions.
Are you afraid as a white rapper that you may be considered a culture vulture?
I don't think so. I'm not scared. I'm not scared because I'm not trying to be anybody that I'm not.
True indeed.
I'm just trying to, I like what I like. And I don't think I'm biting off of a certain culture or copying a certain culture or trying to be part of a certain culture because, I like what I like.
He trolled Post about his dad's job with the Dallas Cowboys and kept emphasizing him being a white boy in hip-hop. You could tell Posty was trying to stay respectful, but the vibe was way off. Charlamagne didn't stop there either. He then tried to put Post on the spot by asking what he was personally doing to support the Black Lives Matter movement. The question completely caught Post off guard and turned the energy awkward.
What are you doing for the Black Lives Matter movement?
What?
I don't know.
Is that a serious question?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I guess what I can do to help Black Lives Matter is I have to keep making music. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Got you.
I don't know.
I would have just said nothing.
I mean, honestly.
How did you get signed, man?
Viewers slammed Charlamagne for crossing the line, and the backlash got so bad the Breakfast Club eventually deleted the entire interview from YouTube.
Funky of the day for Monday, November 27th goes to Post Malone. And in Rolling Stone, he says he wished he would have said, "What are you doing for Black Lives Matter?" Some sassy stuff to shut him up. Like, maybe my music's not the best, but I know I'm not a bad person, so you're just being a hater. Charlamagne is not a good person. He hates me because I'm white and I'm different, but we're still rocking and we're still successful and he can't stop it. And Charlamagne replied, "I don't dislike Post Malone because he's white. I dislike Post Malone because he's whack." End quote.
DJ Envy clearly wasn't feeling how Charlamagne treated Post Malone, and neither were a lot of fans. The backlash was so bad that the Breakfast Club had to completely remove the original interview from their official YouTube channel. That's how wild it got. Even Post Malone himself spoke about it years later during a Rolling Stone interview, saying that Charlamagne isn't a good person. Of course, Charlamagne didn't stay quiet. He clapped back on air, giving Post the title of Donkey of the Day yet again. It was just another example of Charlamagne refusing to back down, no matter who he upsets. So there you have it. From Birdman to Beanie Sigel, Soulja Boy, NBA YoungBoy, and even Post Malone, these were the moments rappers and artists checked Charlamagne Tha God for being way too disrespectful on air. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Spill Hood for more wild hip-hop stories, and drop a comment below. Which moment shocked you the most? And don't forget to check out our next video, 14 times rappers humbled disrespectful fans who crossed the line. See you on the next one.